trolls. Our ancestors created 6 strings, each for a different type of music. Pop, funk, classical, techno.
Okay, gotcha.
Country, and rock.
I'm gonna unite the 6 strings and destroy all music, except for rock! So, I'm gonna need your strings.
We have to unite all the trolls, and if we don't stop her, who will?
We're gonna need a battle plan and weapons.
Violence never solves a problem. Is this some kind of jewelry? Oh, it's actually kind of cool looking.
Give me that.
The only weapons we need are this gun and this gun. For hugs.
This is gonna take a lot of hugs.
Let's go save the world!
This is a terrible idea that will blow up in your face.
The country trolls look friendly.
Get them! Does anyone else think this is crazy?
Oh, look, I think I can see our house from up here.
Don't break! I'm having a baby!
A hip-hop troll?
Tiny diamond in my name, dark straight from my daddy's name. My whole body's made of glitter, and I'll throw it in your face. Peace and love, Tiny and Daddy Al.
Good evening and welcome to the special effects show here at Universal Studios Hollywood. My name is Mike, and tonight we're going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at how we create movie magic. Now, as you might know, the word movie is a nickname for motion picture. And in the earliest days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns like this, which were widely used by traveling showmen to project images onto white backdrops. Now just imagine for a moment what that might have been like. You're sitting in a darkened tent, when suddenly the white backdrop was revealed and a single image appeared. And then, when viewed in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. Universal Studios has been making movies on this very location for over 100 years. And in that time, we have gone on to produce some of the most memorable film moments in the history of Hollywood.
Hold on to your butts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-host, Matt.
Hello! Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mike. Since the very beginning, the basic concept behind the filmmaking process has remained the same: to make the audience believe Everything you see is real.
That's right. Now, today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects that are so distinctive they're known as special.
And the first special effects were practical effects. Effects that are done on the set in front of the camera. And our first example of a practical effect will be models. Universal's 1932 film, The Mummy, made use of miniature effects, including scale models, like the ones you see here in the title sequence. And we know that that's a model because if you look closely, the real pyramids do not say The Mummy. Now, Universal relaunched the franchise in '99, and the Sphinx that you see in the shot right there, that is this Sphinx right here. This is the actual model that was used in that movie, and the detail on the Sphinx is incredible. The hieroglyphs, the scaffolding, the painting. I think Mike would agree, models are still an awesome way to fool a camera.
Absolutely. Now, another technique which also fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to help achieve the eerie vision he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at our side screens. Now, in that literal bird's eye view of the town, only the parking lot and fire were real. Everything else was then painted on glass to create a matte and dropped in front of the lens. Next, they incorporated the footage of the birds to complete the effect.
So we've just given you two examples of a practical effect, a model and a glass mat.
Right, but there is another type of practical effect, so involving performers, not just props. Practical stunts.
Did somebody say stunts?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Special Effects Show Stunt Department.
Yes, indeed, Mike, that was awesome. Alice comes flying in, Andrew's zipping on down. Why don't we get a cool entrance like that?
Because we're wearing nice pants. You might not recognize their faces, but you've definitely seen their work in numerous film and television productions. And a lot of times they will work as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. Now right here on this side we've got Alex Banque, it's Jay Huerto, and our stunt coordinator, Andrew DeBartolomeo. Now Andrew, while I've got you here, would you say that almost always stunt performers like yourselves will double for actors during fight scenes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You see, for some reason, most actors do not like getting kicked in the face.
I'm sorry, kicked in the face?
Yeah, like this.
Oh! Jay, you right, buddy? Jay. Okay. When it comes to staging a fight scene, the art of illusion is incredibly important. Everything has to be as realistic as possible to fool the camera without anyone getting injured, and it's up to a stunt team to make all that look believable. Let me set the scene for them. We have an exterior, dark alley, dead of night, and a couple of very nefarious characters are lurking about. Ready, and action! Hey kid, where do you think you're going? Yeah, I got it! Get up, kid! Needless to say, this is nothing our friends in the audience should be trying at home, right?
That is correct, Mike.
It is yours. See you guys in a bit. Did you hear all the sound effects that were just added to that fight scene? The dynamic punches, being smashed into the dumpster. There's actually a technical term for adding those sound effects. Matt, what is it?
It's called Foley. You may have heard the term Foley before. It's the process of adding sound effects to a film after a shot. But do you know its origins? Jack Foley was a man who wore many hats. He was a writer, he was a director, he was even a stunt double. But it wasn't until he started recording sounds for Universal back in the 20s that he began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack worked on Soundstage 10. And if he couldn't recreate a sound that he wanted on that stage, he actually went out and recorded it live. He invented a technique called direct-to-picture, where he and a small crew, they recorded their sounds directly to the finished film in one take. Their timing and the actors' movements had to be perfect, because one mistake meant they had to start all the way over from the beginning of the film. And to help us demonstrate what that's like, put your hands together for volunteers!
Let's hear the Bernie Peters family joining us tonight.
Oh, I love it. So you beautiful people, you're gonna help me demonstrate how these everyday objects in front of you, they can be used for something completely different in a film. But before we go into you all, we're gonna take a look at how the professionals do it. Everybody watch your side screens. You're going to see a split screen shot. On one side, you'll see Identity Thief starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. And on the other side, Universal's Foley artist, hard at work.
Now I have a plan.
Piece of cake, right, Dalton? Yeah, he's like, I got it. Yeah, like you made yourself a home on my crash box, right? So let's tell everybody what you have, starting with you. You're in charge of said crash box. Inside this, we got a lot of metal objects. You're gonna spin that when Jason goes flying into the shelf and flipping over the chair, yeah? Perfect. It's cool, I got you. You're on our shoe deck, so you gotta run for Melissa McCarthy. You've got our 2 reams of paper, right? Those 2 batons, you're gonna slam those down on the cutting board. That'll be for Melissa McCarthy's face plant. You've got our 2 boxing gloves, that'll be for throat punches and face slaps. And then down here on the enemy, you've got 2 props, right? We're giving you this cowbell. This will be for the sandwich maker when it hits Melissa in the back of the head. And then this is where things go crazy, because these handcuffs are actually gonna make the sound of handcuffs. Whoa, all right, so these are your props. That's your monitor right there. When your Momo pops up, be nice and loud. Sound good, thumbs up. Foley family's ready to go, so let's go ahead and roll the clip. Record sound, and action. Sounds like when we add back in the dialogue, soundtrack, and now your sound effects. So family, join me right here on the stage. Stand right here. Look at the side screens and let's see how it turned out.
Get over here and give me your ribs. Now I have a plan.
Girl, Sandy, calm down.
Thank you very much, guys. Now, Universal has made great films in every genre, but the studio has really made their mark over the decades by producing some of the industry's most memorable thriller and horror films. Let's take a look. Special horror effects. And emerging from the shadows, I am now being joined on stage by some of the classic Universal monsters. We have what are called maquettes of Dracula, Michael Myers, Chucky and his bride, Imhotep the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, on the end Mother Bates, the perfect setting for our next demonstration.
Yes, indeed. Everybody say hi, Nicole!
Hi, Nicole. Now, Nicole here was chosen because I was told to say pretty good scream. So, Nicole, let's say you're staying at the Bates Motel, and you come face to face with Norman Bates. How would you scream?
Yes! Oh, that was adorable! You're gonna die.
Now, Nicole, you can see the fights here, right? Those stunt guys have an incredibly high pain threshold. The real question is, do you? So the next demonstration involves movie blood. So does anyone out in the audience know what Alfred Hitchcock used for blood in the film Psycho? Just shout it out if you know anyone. There it is, chocolate syrup. Very good, excellent.
Yes, Psycho was a black and white movie, so they could get away with that. Nowadays, though, movie blood has to be so much more realistic.
So thank you for lending us a hand.
Literally. Now, kids, I have to remind you, please do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house.
Okay. Don't use the machete.
You're right. This will take forever to cut through. What am I thinking?
Well.
Thanks, Matt. I'll use a much sharper knife that I have here. There we go. Everyone take a look at the side screens, and now Nicole, start screaming when you feel the pain. Ready? 1, 2, 3! And she's okay. This right here is a classic cinematic horror technique that is called a Hollywood blood knife. This is a fake blade, as you can now tell. That cutout right there, that is designed to fit over someone's arm. Now right here in the handle, we hide a pump that is filled with movie blood. But Nicole is an amazing volunteer. Let's give her a round of applause here. You're such a good sport.
Yeah, take that laugh off. You were amazing. The scream was adorable. The laughing really sold it. You also got blood all over my pants, so now I have to change.
Nicole, do you have your camera on you? I did promise you a picture with the monsters because you were such a good sport for helping me out. So come on with me into the graveyard really quickly. Come on this way. Let's put you right there on that red tee so I can get some lights on you. I'll take your phone, try to open your camera. Let me count to 3 and then scream again because that'll make a great picture. I'll get you back to your family. All right, Nicole, here we go. We're almost done. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big screen. Perfect. That's great. You're laughing. This is a horror film, not a romantic comedy, Nicole. Okay, go home, Michael Myers. Come on, let's get you away from him. That is for you. But before you go, let's look at you on the big screen. What do we have? Just kind of smiling in the face of Let's give a round of applause for our boss. We have just shown you a lot of what are called practical effects. We're now going to switch gears and talk about visual effects. Now these are effects that are created through the use of computers, specifically motion capture. And to help demonstrate this, please welcome back, Matt.
Yeah. Not that funny, sir.
Guys, let's get these motor sensors, please. Now, all the markers on his suit right now are reflecting light up to these sensors, which are computers that capture his movements.
It's really tight.
All right. Let's go for the capture. You can see the dots on the suit have created a digital skeleton of Matt on that screen. All right, let's start simple. Put your arms up on the side. Let's do a T-pose. Now, a T-pose is the very first thing animators will do with a performer because it creates a starting point to work up. Matt.
Got something stuck in my T-pose.
All right, just watch it. Take your left finger, touch your nose. Before we way there.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Do the right finger, touch your nose. Let's do left again. And then the right one more time.
Don't do it.
Great.
You're doing the jab.
Oh, sorry, relax. Relax. Let's get full body. Do some jumping jacks. Run in place and keep moving, will you? Now with the digital skeleton, animators will first either enlarge or shrink the aspect ratio to whatever they're trying to create. With Matt, we're going to shrink him down. Once we do this, we'll put a wireframe around the skeleton, and then the wireframe allows us to layer on digital skins. And the skins can be used to create anything. But as you see with Matt, we're having a little bit of fun. We've turned him into a cute and cuddly teddy bear. Look at you.
Aww.
Now, Matt, you're not just any teddy bear. You are Ted from Universal's Ted. How about that, my friend?
Oh, then let's take him dancing.
Okay, all right, what you got for us? You want to dance? Let's get some music here.
Yeah, let's get funky with it. Yeah. Like that. Then you're gonna love this. Here we go. This is for the ladies. Oh yeah.
Get what you asked for, I guess. So Ted, what do you think of the show so far, huh?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing, you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted.
Thunder Buddies for life.
Let's hear it for Ted, Matt, and motion capture. Fun fact, Bill Tippett Studios, they created a very special mocap suit for Seth MacFarlane so that he could act, but also direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Universal's Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way, and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
Pretty cool, huh? But as far as technology has come with visual effects and CGI, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire. Now here are some examples of fire stunts used in Universal films. One of the most exciting, but also most dangerous aspect of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. We're going to bring back our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Coming down the center here, that again is Alex, who in moments will be completely engulfed in flames. We'll have Andrew and Jay acting as a safety for him. Now if you notice right now with his skin, that might look to you like he's sweating because he's nervous. That is actually a protective fire gel they've layered to all the exposed areas. Now, you know what it's like when you go to the beach, you put on sunscreen and you miss a spot. Well, imagine missing a spot will lit on fire. Now he is standing in what's called a prep blanket. That is a special area where the fuel will be applied. These guys will then stand by with extinguishers in case of a premature ignition. Thanks, Jay.
Excuse me, Mike.
Yes.
We're gonna fuel now.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Jay, are you ready? All right, fueling.
Now at the completion, he will then move to the spiral blanket to wait to be put out. Now at this point, we are looking for a thumbs up. For any reason that we see a thumbs down, that is our sign to call in a medical team to help. Now ladies and gentlemen, I do need to stress these are trained stunt professionals. As you see right here, they are using specially designed equipment. Please, never attempt anything like this at home or on your own. Now right here for this stunt, Alex will attempt to burn for anywhere of up to 10 seconds long. It looks like they're just moments away. Guys, can we please dim the lights and set the clocks to 0? And at this point, I do need to ask for you to please remain seated for the duration of this stunt. Okay, Andrew, whenever you and your team are ready.
Copy that, Mike. Jay, are you ready? Alex, are you ready to burn?
Ready,
Like,
and action!
Lighting, you're lit! You're up!
Ice okay! Over 16 seconds for the new personal best. That's the same way to go. Andrew Barlow and the man in the middle, Mr. Alex Bontier. Oh. Like I say, it's going to be tough to top this last time, but I know we can do it by creating a scene that is truly out of this world. To help our final sponsors all the way from Switzerland, Vanessa and Marco, come down here and join me, my friends. Let's walk together here, guys. Now, Marco, if you have not guessed this by now, you are about ready to play the part of an astronaut in a very cool science fiction film. Now, I do feel bad about one thing, because I should have asked you earlier, but are you afraid of heights? Are you afraid of heights? Little bit. A little too late to change your mind. But don't worry, don't worry. I'm going to put you with the stunt team. Just listen to everything that Andrew says. He'll take very good care of you. Vanessa, come on over here with me. Do me a favor, stand right there on that green X, because have I got a surprise for you. Now coming up top there, everyone, that right there is what is called a Fisher flying rig. Now that is a highly sophisticated, computer-controlled cable device which we use to create the illusion of flight in movies and in television. Now, Vanessa, I know it sounds very complicated. Don't worry, we have an app for it, okay? I'm gonna get it into place, let me disable it. Now let me show you, the audience, how this works. So, when I hit enable, the system will turn on. Put your finger there on the green, that's gonna move Marco up or down, okay? Put your finger on the purple, you can move him wherever you want, as fast as you want. Sound good? Oh, you like that, don't you? Good, good. Now, how do you guys know each other? School, you guys a couple, your boyfriend, girlfriend? How long have you guys been dating? How long? 2 months. Okay, so, you know what, let's think of this as a trust building exercise for your future together, okay? So put your hand right here in the strap, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm checking this guy. All right, thanks. All right, Marco, how are you feeling, Marco? You look great, you feeling good? Thumbs up? Any, last words for your girlfriend? He says he loves you very, very much. I'm sorry, wait, what was that? Oh, tomorrow. He wants to take you shoe shopping on Rodeo Drive. Yeah, this guy, good man. No spending limit. keep we got. Hold on to this guy. Now to help us complete the effect, we're going to use a technique called rear projection. Guys, if we get the background plates up there, excellent. We're all set, so I'm going to hit enable. Put your finger on the green, and let's take him up. Now stop. That is up. Give me 1 second. It's okay. 1 second. Now, Marco, just drop your feet, put your chin up, and your shoulders back. Okay. No, there you go. Okay. All right, you're fighting me, Marco. There you go. Okay. I need my hand back. Can I have this back? It's okay. You're fine. Okay. You look very natural. Put your hand on the purple, and let's take it forward. Touch the purple. Let's take it forward. There you go. Slowly. Now, Marco, wave to the space station, buddy. Wave. Back. You're doing great, Vanessa. You're doing great. Marco, what are you doing here, pal? You're making it too difficult. Arms to your side. Just at your side. You're gonna hold on to me again. No. You're hanging like a dead fish here, pal. So we have to work with that. Vanessa, take the green. You go slowly. A little more. A little faster. Not too high. That's gonna go through the roof. Take the purple and make a big circle. Touch that. He's going back to Switzerland, so let's keep over the audience. Now, Vanessa, bring that down. Okay, Marco, keep going down, Vanessa. Buddy, you're okay. What's going on here? There you go. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. All right, come on. There you go. Put your feet down. All right. Let's hear it for our astronaut here. Not too bad. What happened? No. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Wait over here for me. All right, Marco, I'm gonna get you, buddy. Here we go. I'm gonna bring it nice and easy and spin you around. Bring it nice. All right, good. Chin up. Shoulders back. Marco, buddy, shoulders. You are wonderful, Vanessa. Wait right here for me. I'm gonna go get for you. Buddy, I hate to tell you this, but your girlfriend is trying to kill you. So you will give her a hug and remember the importance of forgiveness. And as we said earlier today, the concept behind special effects is to make the audience believe that everything they see is real. Seriously, great job they did here today. You guys have a great audience. We're going to see you in the movies. Have a great night here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Here to the capital of LA. Goodbye, everyone.